Thank you, Minister. Senator Bragg.
Thanks very much, President. My question is to the Minister representing the Treasurer, Senator Gallagher. Many Australians are looking to purchase first homes, and they are losing out under this government, with today's inflation figures showing that housing is up 5.2% in the 12 months to May, and that rents are up 7.4% for the year as well. According to the ABS, a total of 172,000 new dwellings were constructed in 2023. That compares to 220,000 under the Coalition in 2018. Minister, why is Australia going backwards on housing construction and approvals under Labor?
Thank you, Senator Bragg. Minister Gallagher.
Thank you. Well, firstly, I don't accept that the former government did enough on housing, as implied by Senator Bragg's question there. I don't think he did enough on new housing. I don't think he did enough on working with states and territories. I don't think he did enough with social housing, with affordable housing, with making sure that the homelessness agreement was funded properly or indexed properly, because you didn't do any of those things. Under the leadership of Minister Collins, we have been addressing those things one by one. She's been doing an incredible job, and we agree that we need to build more houses. We do, and we had this long exchange in estimates, which I enjoyed immensely around housing. And we were clear. We want to see more dwellings built. We want to remove some of the barriers that are preventing housing construction in this country, in particular working with states and territories and council about some of the planning barriers that exist that have been, are not allowing housing to be built as quickly as we would like. And, of course, we could go through all of the investments that we have made in other areas of housing. So it's not just new housing to allow for first home ownership, but it's also what we do at the social and affordable end. It's the Social Housing Accelerator. It's the Housing Australia Future Fund, which will get programs out as soon as it's worked through them, but there is more to be done. We're not pretending that. There is enormous pressure in the housing market. We want to make sure that we are building more. We've got our target that will kick in on the 1st of July, and we will work with states and territories to meet that target and make sure that the Commonwealth is doing everything it can to increase the supply of housing in this country.
Thank you, Minister. Senator Bragg, first supplementary.
Thank you. The National Housing Supply and Affordability Council has said in its recent report that we will see just 900,000 new houses built by 2029. That is 300,000 short of the target of 1.2 million as set by your government. Minister, how can the government continue to claim that it will meet these targets if we're going backwards on construction and your own advisory council says it won't be achieved?
Thank you, Senator Bragg. Minister Gallagher.
And thank you. And I would also add in to this and start my answer with that the chair of the Supply Council has also said that the 1.2 million homes target is suitably ambitious and clearly focuses attention on improving supply. That is also advice. I mean, the fact that we have a council, the fact that we have a report looking at housing supply across the country shows this government demonstrates this government's determination to increase supply of housing, because this is the work that wasn't done under the former government, and to pretend that the housing pressures arose overnight or arose in the last year or 2 years is simply incorrect. It's not true, and it is as a result, and you have to take some responsibility for this, maybe not you, Senator Bragg, because you weren't in the executive, for the lack of attention that was placed on housing by the former government. You didn't even have a minister for housing. There was no minister in the ministry until right towards the end, when you realised you'd stuffed it up.
Thank you, Minister. Senator Bragg, second supplementary.
No, I think we're all happy with that. Now, the New South Wales Premier Chris Minns has said that New South Wales, which is the largest state in the Commonwealth, will not achieve its share of the target, will not meet its target. So, Minister, when will the government be honest about its claim on housing supply, given the biggest state in the Commonwealth has said that its portion of the target will never be met?
Thank you, Senator Bragg. Minister Gallagher.
Thank you. Well, our target under Homes for Australia, the $1.2 million home target, comes in on the 1st of July. And now, it seems that the most pressing issue for the opposition is whether or not we're going to meet a target that hasn't even started yet. Okay? It comes in on the 1st of July. We've done the lead-in work. We're working with the states and territories. And I note in the New South Wales budget last week the historic investment in housing that underpinned that budget. It was essentially the centrepiece of the New South Wales government budget, was its focus on housing. Very welcome, and we would like to see more of that where it's possible. We don't tell the states how to allocate their budgets, but we certainly welcome that investment, and we will work with the New South Wales government as we will work with every government. We don't have a plan to override them and take over their energy systems like someone else does. We will work with them in cooperation to deliver the housing that this country needs.
Thank you, Minister.